Let's do this. Let's do this. Okay. Well. All right. Good. Hyrac. Do you want to roll a D100 for me tonight? And we'll start this show. How are you, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? I hope you guys are excited for tonight. This is a night brought to you by Heroes Wanted and our good friend Devin Knight at
Wow, look at that.
immortalknights.com.
I don't know.
Fantastic tokens that he makes.
Higher's always better.
Let's take a look and see what this D100 is. Interesting. Okay. Cool beans. So let's go ahead and start with Hyrac. This is an interesting question because I grabbed this list and what do you not understand about society, Hyrac? There's many different societies, so if you need to elaborate on which, go ahead.
How people live most of their lives completely exposed. Like it's very easy to find out like what people own, what they do in their day-to-day life, and how people will have a little bit of a meltdown from that. He's never understood.
Okay.
How do you not feel exposed? Just living a life as most people.
Voss?
I think
There it is.
Boss is confused at how people.
Just a little bit, I
So
think.
before he started doing this, he worked corporate security, among other things, as a job, and he grew to hate it because it was boring, the same thing all the time, and it was a grind. He doesn't understand how most people, just in general, live like that for their entire lives, just doing the same thing over and over again for work.
Hey, could I get that question one more time? I feel like I missed part of it.
Sure, Augury. What do you not understand about society?
I guess Og doesn't really understand pretty much all of it since growing up in a planet consumed with blood sport and the like. It was all about survival, not niceties, I guess. So it doesn't really make sense to.
But is Augury confused by that, or like does he just accept he doesn't understand anything that's going on?
He thinks people are lesser than him, so he just lets them do whatever.
Oh.
Isn't bothered by it, but knows that he can put people in their place, I guess.
All right. How about you, Riz?
Riz is baffled by people that are closed-minded, especially when it comes to cyber implants. Just the ability to upgrade yourself and make yourself better. And people think negative of it. Doesn't get that.
I mean, who doesn't want robot legs? A synth. That's who. Because they already have them. All right. Who wants to give us a refresher on last time? I can bring up a map of the end here. At least.
I remember we did a lot of journeying through junk. A whole lot of it. We chased a creature, or we fought a creature, a poisonous creature, if I remember right, and we killed. And then we did more journeying through the jungle. The jungle, it's not good, folks. It's very dead.
It's not what you want.
Yeah, it's not good. And then we, after
Yeah,
all
you
the
think
journeying
so?
through the jungle, we made it to this opening with this giant statue. It's kind of chilling. Except it wasn't very chill because there's like a giant flying
Oh,
jellyfish thing
Batteries
that tried to
are
kill
out.
us. You know, as the jungle seems to be wanting to do. But in addition to the standard wildlife trying to kill us, there was also people shooting at us. And I don't think we figured out what that was.
This is sniper, but we just don't know where.
Yeah.
We know roughly where it was. He was at the bottom of this statue, high up in the head.
Yeah, on top of it somewhere, I guess. So we've graduated from, you know, the land itself trying to kill us to the land itself trying to kill us and people trying to kill us.
And people, yeah. I was picturing like a Statue of Liberty headroom that he was sniping at.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I guess that does answer the question that Voss had for everyone when you found the Sunrise Maiden and left the Drift Rock. What fresh hell awaits us? And so here we are. It could be summarized as it gets worse.
Yeah, it's always a worse hell around the next corner.
At least it's fresh, though.
Yeah, and profitable.
I strive to provide interesting and profitable fresh hells for all of you. All right. So that does bring us to now. Everybody has safely gotten to, you know, around the feet area of this statue, and no shots have fired in a while so far. So it seems like there's no bead on anybody as you get to that area. You can see an entrance of sorts in between the feet of the statue.
So are we out of initiative right now or still in?
If you guys are you guys are pretty aware of the known space where the sniper is, you know, can fire, they're probably keeping an eye out. If you guys step into that known space, let me know and we can enter initiative. But if we don't need to until then we don't really need to.
I just want to take a hot minute to reload my guns.
It's probably good.
Nice.
Well, we should probably go in there, right? We can see that. Ideally.
Ideally, right?
Looks like a narrow passage. We should get someone other than me to go first.
Should I sneak in? Try to get this guy caught unawares.
Oh yeah, we could use your stealth. You gotta give the signal when we need to come forward. I don't know what the signal is.
My signal's either me like waving you guys down or getting shot. If you see either of those two things.
You guys all have comm units, don't you?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we do.
Could I say that it has like if I don't want to talk and make noise, I could press a button and send a beep.
Yeah, I would say, every radio can do the check, right? They've got to click somehow. I'd give you that. That's no problem.
These are space radios, so if I plan out ahead of time, it'd probably be something more sophisticated.
You should sneak up and throw grenades at whoever's shooting at it.
Yes, I could. So yeah, Ross, I'm going to start sneaking down and just, try to.
Okay. So you move into this room, Hyrak, then. So you step in here. The first thing you see is a lot of corroded pipes hanging down from the ceiling.
Every time I move my token, it grabs Augury and moves him also.
I've noticed that. It's a little weird.
It works for every time you carry them.
Yeah. We'll have to figure that out. Uh, not sure what's going on. So these corroded pipes all kind of converge above this broad basin in the center of the room. However, all the walls are slick with moisture, but you can see these carvings of
I
elves.
think you cut out.
Son of a bitch! Why is
Walls
it
are
doing
slick
it
with
again?
moist.
Moist. Oh goodness! And it only seems to do it in. It doesn't do it in the other Discord. That's weird too. Interesting. Okay, so the walls are covered with moisture, and then there's also carvings of these tattooed elves in states of undress as they look to be washing themselves. And the domed ceiling, you see hundreds of stars connecting to form scores of constellations. You peer around the room, Hyrak, and you don't see anyone or anything beyond that in this first room.
Okay.
There
I'll
are-
wait people in. I'm sorry about you.
There are some stairs that lead south out of this room and upward further into the body.
I'll wait people in and then start going up and in. We'll secure this area and I'll check up and in.
Okay?
Yeah, Riz, I'll adjust myself as you move.
Yep.
Perception. What is perception again? Give me that stealth check as you climb up these stairs.
Oh, sorry.
It's not perception in this game. Oh, there it is. Wisdom. It's a wisdom-based check. Cool.
Those dice tower rolls.
Apparently, when certain conditions are met, such as a creature, I'm not sure if it's... I'm not sure what the conditions are. I'll let you know when I know them. But when certain conditions are met and you roll off of a creature's sheet, it looks like it auto-hides some rolls. Yes.
Oh.
Give me a perception check, Hyrak. Okay. So, this room, the walls in this gallery, you look, you're kind of at the top of these stairs peering, and there's the first thing you notice is these, it looks like paintings of elves using needles to tattoo constellations on one another, as well as geometric designs and strange runic patterns. There's rows of tall stone benches lining either side of the hall, and then in the ceiling in this room you see 12 stylized elven figures, heavily tattooed more so than any of the others on the walls. These are adorned in different ways and marked with sunbursts on their foreheads. In this room, towards the far side, on one of the benches on the eastern side of this room, you see like feet kind of poking out, like with the heels on the ground, like toes pointed upward.
I just, it's a little funny, like I pass a roll and he's incompetent. So great are my powers. Yeah, okay. So, I'm gonna do a wave, like, point at feet, point roughly where it is, wave people in. And then I'm gonna just shoot some feet.
Okay. Let me clear this turn tracker, and we will have, everybody roll for initiative here. There we go. Oh, we gotta change the music. Hold on. I gotta change the music, guys. Oh, skip one. There we go. There we go. So, as Hyrak, you initiate combat here by shooting at the feet. I will give you a surprise round on said feet.
Most feet won't know what hit them, potentially. Okay, trick. That probably does not do it.
Ooh, it might. Hold on. Let's look. It's 20 plus CR?
Yes.
Yeah, that does it.
It does, wow.
Okay, there we go.
Fuck, no.
Not Silent Escape. Sorry.
Yeah, show those feet who's boss.
It doesn't do what on stream? Swipe. Okay, so you fire. It hits, and you hear someone cry out in common. They're like, "What the hell?" And then you see those feet like jerk up, and you hear some movement. And that brings us to the top of the order. Hyrak, you're up.
Do the person that I see jump up? I guess I don't recognize. I would recognize.
So you saw, like, you heard movement, right, and the feet move over, but you, like, from where you're at, from the top of these stairs, they have full cover from you. You can't see them.
Okay. I can get to a spot where they're not in full cover. Just barely. So I'm going to do that and do another trick.
Hold on. Back up some steps here. So go ahead and move forward like 5 feet at a time. As you're moving forward and you're able to see further into this room, like probably another 10 feet, like as you were moving, or so. Give me your opinion. You see another one of these guys hunched behind this bench. Like, there's going to come a point where you're going to see that before you're, like, on top of him.
Gotcha. Okay. Then I'm going to move over here. Do I have a shot on either of them?
You could take a shot at the one that you shot their foot, but they would have partial cover.
I think you might have cut out. I can
Son of a bitch, and it doesn't cut out on the stream either, so like it's just Discord. Yeah, you could take a shot at the one that you've shot before,
Okay.
but modify your die for partial cover. So just open up the modifier thing in Fantasy Grounds. The top right there, if you just click partial cover, it'll add that to your roll. No, I got it. Well, I'm trying to. It's pre-built, so, you know, pretty easy.
21 does do it.
Oh, yeah. What kind of gun is that? Laser pistol? Oh, I don't think I'm not even gonna bother trying to find it. So you shoot, you fire, it hits, you deal another. Nice. 10 damage. Hitting hard tonight, Hyrak. Probably for the best. Do you do anything else on your turn?
I
guess
just
that was a
cover
full-
slightly, so I get the full benefit of this partial cover.
Cool. Make sure, if you guys take cover, and I encourage that, call it out if I'm saying I'm attacking you, because I may forget. Riz, you're up. You're at the bottom of these stairs. You hear Hyrak let you know you see something, and then start shooting.
Alright, I move up the steps. Sorry for dragging Augury with me.
I don't know what that is.
It started doing it last session also. And they're fully behind the bench, right? They're not visible.
From where you're at, they have full cover. Or you would call it total concealment, I guess, would probably be a better,
And what are these structures?
They're stone benches. So these guys are ducked, like, behind and, like, must be
Alright, I'll just start
probably
moving forward. Let's see.
Can't wait for dynamic lighting to come
Yeah.
with Unity. That's going to be great, guys. Kickstarter ends in 2 days. Don't forget, they're almost to sci-fi map bonus thing. Stretch goal. So everybody, donate to that Kickstarter.
And can I see around this bench to see
you
the guy
can,
now?
You could see over the bench to shoot at number 1. They would have, like, I'd say partial cover because of the bench in between you. Number 2, no cover because you're looking diagonally right at them. So the one across the way from you.
Alright, I'm going to pull out some sulfur and smash it together and throw it in his direction, muttering a couple words.
Slang and spells. Oh, man. So this energy ray catches a little bit. I've been forgetting something. I am so sorry that it's going to kick in partway through the turn, but that is what's going to happen. It will come up in just a moment. Let me see the speed here. What do we got? 5, 15, 20, 30. Oh, 30 feet. So the shot rings out, and Riz, you notice it obviously at the same time as everyone else, but you take it personally because you get hit, and you look in the direction of this as you take 9 damage, and you see someone crouched on some stairs at the far end of this hall. Augury.
Did you cut out again after on some?
Son of a bitch. Yeah. You got hit. You see this figure on these stairs at the far end of this hall. Okay. Augury, you're up. So as you move up into this room, you feel like kind of uneasy, like kind of almost off kilter a little bit.
Okay.
You
Do I know what's causing that, or?
You don't know what's causing it, but you do know it will impact your combat in some way. You have a flat-footed condition that you gained upon entering this room.
What are we looking at, guys? I'm feeling a bit uneasy right now.
Flat-footed. Catch it and
What we
see.
want. It's not
I got
looking
a
great.
penalty to my AC. Flat-footed. Flat-footed. I don't even know the lyrics to the real song anymore because that's what I think every time. Okay, so this number 2 creature... I was trying to see what all flat-footed impacts. Just penalty to AC and no reactions, which is nice. Okay. So this other creature stands up, turns towards Riz, who just fired this, or attempted to cast some sort of magic, lifts their scattergun, and fires in your direction, Riz. You take a hit for 4 damage. You manage to dodge out of the way of the blast. If you guys take a hit and I describe like you dodging it, it's because you're still in stamina points and not HP. Number one here stands up and looks at Riz. And Riz, I need from you, as it stares you down, a will saving throw. You feel this one staring, this Lashunta staring you down, and it starts to bother you, and then you realize like he's doing something inside your head.
Uh-oh.
Doing something inside my head?
Yeah, will saving throw. While I try and look up what the actual saving throw for this critter is. Okay, it's 10, that's what it is. So, you feel like after they stare you down, like you feel kind of out of sorts. You're a little dazed, Riz. And that brings us to Voss. Voss, you're up.
Yes, I am. Alright. Is this, can I, like, stand in this, like, hallway in such a way that it offers any cover?
There's a bench right in front of you. Like
Oh, I
right
can
there,
fit
yeah.
there
Yeah.
with them? Okay. Can I see that person on the far hallway?
They're both standing
I
up.
see the little...
No.
No, I see a person down at the bottom.
Let's see. So it goes from center mass, and you would go diagonally. I would say, yeah, you could see them as long as your vision is that far. It's dark in here. How far is your dark vision?
Let's see.
5, 15, 20, 5, 10, 15, 20,
60
25, 30, 30. Yeah, you can see it.
Oh, can I shoot that person?
Yep.
Nice. Alright, so...
Oh, by the way, guys, I didn't tell you guys this, so before you make this roll, really quick, because this is dependent on dice rolls, sorry to interrupt combat. I got the critical fumble and critical hit cards. Do you guys want to incorporate those into the game for dice rolls?
Hell yes.
For now, I'll have to
Yes.
draw them for you, but I figure I could draw like 4 and have you roll a d4 and grab, one from the stack, but I'll incorporate them into tables that you guys roll on.
Alright.
Everybody in? They're Paizo official, so you might not die, or you might.
Alright, I'm gonna try and shoot this person that I can see really far away.
Get those
Hunting rifle
cards.
shot.
There we go. Alright, hopefully somebody rolls a crit. Unfortunately, that is a miss. This hunting rifle is off. Also, you feel quite odd as well.
I feel?
Yeah, you feel quite odd.
That's a free action. Feeling is a free
Yeah.
action.
I'm trying to see what exactly this does so that I can describe how it feels. It's not on my condition card list. So, you feel off target for right now, boss.
That's not what I want.
Yeah, I should have applied that earlier, but you didn't hit anyway. And that brings us to the top of the order. Did that... Okay, that did re-roll. Yeah. Hyrak, you're up. Top of the order. You begin to feel kind of weird as well. Also off target.
Okay. And that was a mechanical disadvantage to hit, or did I just feel it?
I found it. Battle concentration is thrown off. -2 to attack rolls. That'll be automated.
That one, I thought was dead. I thought Identify Creature 1 was dead. Is that true?
Let's check. No. Doesn't look like they took enough damage. I show they've only taken... How much did you do your first time to them?
I don't have it anymore. I had to restart.
Oh.
It's like 9 or
Let me look.
Second round was 10.
9 and 10. No,
You
they're
did
not
7.
Okay. Well, you know what I'm doing.
Hey, that works.
That doesn't.
That doesn't. Oh, snap. Hold on.
What?
Hold on.
I didn't want to start off with a critical failure. I want to hate it now.
Alright, roll me either a d6 or a d4, and I will draw
Do
some
something?
cards. Yeah, roll me a d6 or a d4.
I can choose.
Sure, I'm going to draw that many cards, and I'll pick the number, going down from the top.
Okay.
6. 6. We're on our first
no.
critical
It's just
fumble.
a 6 card. I
card.
don't know what it is.
No, but oh no.
Ranged EAC. It got a piece of you. Oh, snap. So you fire this rifle, and here's what it does. Apply your weapon's critical hit effect, if any, to yourself. It's not even that bad. Do you have a critical hit effect?
Yeah, it's just more damage. I think it's just 1d4 fire damage.
Okay, so like you fire this this azimuth laser pistol off, and the focusing crystal like fractures and ignites and deals 4 fire damage to you. See, not that terrible. You guys got all nervous there for a second.
I still hate it.
I mean, there's one in there called decapitation, I think. I'm just
Is it-
kidding.
It's called decapitation. I
No,
think.
I'm just hoping that there is. They all seem pretty reasonable, to be honest. All right, that would bring us up to
And that's what.
that would bring us up to another critter's turn here. This one focuses now. Odds, Voss, evens would be Riz, I'd say, because probably can't see augury. So this one fires their rifle. You guys' ears ring as this sniper rifle blasts, hits Riz, and Riz takes almost minimum damage. Augury, you are up. Your feeling of unease remains.
Is it
Read 'em off, huh?
affluenza?
Something like that, yeah. I don't understand what you mean.
And I'm gonna swing at this unidentified creature with my curved blade here.
Damn it.
There we go. So you swing with your curved carbon steel blade at this creature. Unfortunately, you miss. Even with your business not bothering your attack rolls. Number 2 turns their scattergun on you, Augury. Rolls, hits.
Wait, do I get another attack?
Do you?
It's a scattergun in melee range, I would assume.
No, this is
Attack
number
of
2.
opportunity.
There's a 5-foot gap between you and number 2.
Oh, okay, my bad. My bad.
And they hit you for 2 damage. Voss, you feel different this time.
Uh-oh.
Like a little bit different sense of unease, I guess.
Like
A little
good or
more
bad?
like last time you knew your arms were like weak and unsteady, so it'd be harder for you to shoot. This time, like as you move, you know, Like, there's a little bit of a loss of dexterity there.
Okay. Well,
Okay,
that's gonna happen.
good call.
I'm gonna
Good
take
call.
another shot at the far person with my hunting. God dang it. I'm just gonna miss again.
That hunting rifle, kind of being a little overweight with that bayonet on the end, troubling you. Unfortunately, you miss. This other guy, now that Augury is up close and personal, Augury, you can see that each of these guys have a symbol carved into their forehead. This one drops their scattergun, draws a longsword, and with a shout of "The Devourer will consume you all!" Stabs down at you, hitting. Thank you so much for the cheer. Gotta love the flat-footed song, right? Dealing 9 damage. Riz. You guys can try and discern what this is with a free
dazed.
action if you want. Yeah, Riz is dazed, but you are also feeling flat-footed.
Right?
Yes, you're dazed for just this round. At the end, like when I hit the next button, you are no longer dazed. Because it's just for a duration. So you shake it off. You kind of come to just as Hyrak begins to act. Before you do, Hyrak, you feel off target is even. So you still feel off target. Actions. Hold on. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm holding on.
I'll give that to him next round. I'm sorry about that. I didn't catch it in time. But he's also dazed, which does it for the full round. So it's kind of pushing it, and I'm really sorry.
Alright.
I'll catch you next time around. Go.
Okay. Yeah, I will be doing the trick attack.
Trick attack at number 1, I assume.
No, I'm gonna go ahead and switch because I think.
Okay.
That will not do it.
And will not do it. You fire, though, and you hit. Number 2, dealing 4 damage. He shouts, "The Devourer will consume you all!"
Raspberries.
That's what Hyrax said.
Doesn't sound very friendly.
It doesn't. I don't like being consumed.
Again, from these stairs, a shot rings out, this time in Augury's direction. Oh, snap. So here's the rule with... And I'm going to have to identify this creature now, because the rule I didn't really bring this up, but for, like, enemies, it's not going to be every critical for them. It's named enemies. This one is, in fact, named. So I'll identify them, and I will... Here's what I will do. One of you guys will roll me a d4 in just a moment. So you guys said you were curious to know what they were, so what I'll do is I'm going to draw 4 cards here, and I'll read to you the effects, and then one of you will roll a d4. So it has ranged, it has EAC and KAC, and then it has melee and spell, so it kind of covers everything. Number 1 is, this is going to be, buffeted about. The target is flat-footed for 1d4 rounds. Number 2 is, this is kind of funny, eye strain. The target is dazzled for 3d6 minutes. Number 3 is driven to one knee. Bonus effect, the target cannot move from its square for 1 round. And number 4 is whelmed. Bonus effect, target moves up to half its land speed in the direction of your choice. So I guess means it's hitting Augury. Augury, why don't you roll me a d4? Number 2. So Augury, for 14 minutes, you are dazzled. This hits you. This shot hits you, right? It deals... Well, let's see. I guess we should resolve the damage, too. It deals... a lot of damage. You guys see Augury take this damage, and no joke, like a halo of stars and birds appear above his head as he is dazzled. And that brings us to number one. Number one turns towards Riz and says, "You will die, just like your friend. The Devourer will consume you all." And leaps over this bench and attempts to stab with this longsword. Riz, you also see he's doing this with one hand as he's reaching for something in one of his pockets. Stabs Riz, dealing 12 damage. Riz, you are up. You remain flat-footed. However, you feel a surge of energy from this guy, like, yelling at you and stabbing you. And also this dart that hits you in the back of the head from the camera drone. And you get 2 actions this turn.
We're gonna hit homeboy with the Dashka.
Yeah, anyone's hurt. Yeah, he's hurt. Augury's down, dying right now.
We're at 10-2.
Rip.
And then we're gonna
so
try it again.
There you go. Second one hit. Oh, yeah. That action surge coming in clutch. Roll that damage on number one. Tell me what it looks like. You actually kill this guy with this one. That was nice. That
Just a
action
full
surge.
overhand swing, Dashka through his head.
No, he's like a
cleaving
centaur.
right into.
Not a centaur, minotaur. I love it. So, like, mid-sentence, he's like, "The Devour!" And just, this Dashko cuts him damn near in half. Number two laughs and pulls something out of his pocket, drops this scattergun, and throws something into the back of the room. Hyrak and Voss. I don't know how this works. I'm going to drop this into chat. This is the roll on this. So it attacks, I think, a corner of a square. And I think that's a miss, right? Because it's like a 15 to hit.
Goes in like a random direction, I think.
Okay, I will apply that on Augury's
Roll
turn.
D8. You can do whatever. It's called one top, I guess.
Okay, and then it moves, like, I think with that, it would move, like, if we started in the top left corner, it would move to the next corner over, landing basically square in the middle of Hyrak and Voss rather than in front of them. So this won't impact Riz. So Hyrak and Voss need to do a saving throw of some kind, I think. Reflex. Let's do a reflex saving throw. It says 12. And I think that's half damage, maybe? Let's just go with it.
For lesser characters, for Hyrak, he takes no damage.
Okay, so Voss, you take 1 damage from this shot grenade, this blast of electricity that
I didn't
shoots
like
out.
that. It was like a big static shock.
Yeah, there are. You took way too much damage, though. Voss, you're up.
All right. I'm gonna shoot at that. I'm gonna try and shoot at that far guy.
You shoot at the figure on the stairs, and you miss.
One day I'll roll above 10, but
One
not
day.
this day.
One day. Prior to your turn, Augury. Well, how does that work? I think there needs to be some penalty here, though. So I assume you stabilize yourself, right? You don't want to die?
I'm gonna stabilize and I'm gonna recover 1 hit point from my Die Hard trait.
Okay. And that uses 2 resolve, right?
Yep.
Well, you clicked the wrong button there.
What? I thought I did stabilize and then... Oh. Oh, I clicked stam after that.
I'll let you fix your stamina. So what's the heals on a Mark 1 serum? That's a D8, right?
D8, yep.
Mm-hmm.
So this dart also fires from this camera drone that's ever present, and deals 1 D8 worth of healing to you, Augury. Thank you, Drake Takes, for that cheer. How are you doing? We are exploring some elven runes tonight.
And
Lots
I'm
of
gonna
tattooed elves.
Stay prone and try to jab myself with healing serum.
Can you do that on this turn?
Ooh, that's a good question.
I don't
Just
know.
Stabilizing.
I'm thinking that probably uses your full turn. Like the die hard thing is probably a full action. Why don't you double check, look that up while we move through these rounds here, and I will.
Yeah, die hard doesn't specify; it just says spend an extra one to gain one.
So we'll need to look at the rules for dying and what it expends to use those specific things. Voss, you're up on your turn. This time you feel flat-footed still.
Okay.
Go ahead. Thank you. This
I
is
have a
one of
clear
my
shot
favorite
on this
maps.
guy that's near.
The one's dead. Let me delete that one for you.
The cultist 2, I think it is.
Yeah, Cultist 2 is there. You've got a shot on him.
All right, I'm gonna try him.
There's a cool
See if I
image
can hit him.
for this one too, Drake.
Oh hell yeah!
This is where they're actually at. Nice critical hit. Cool.
Oh,
Well,
damn.
that's kind of
Dead,
disappointing.
And then what else happened?
Yeah, what else happened?
Yeah, let's see what happened to his corpse. That was maximum critical damage.
That was ridiculous. That pretty
not
much
quite.
one shot that guy. Okay, so I'll tell you the effects that you could have had. Number 1 would be Alt 1 armed. The target cannot use one randomly determined arm for 1d3 rounds. So I'd probably roll before you roll that, and then like determine what their dominant hand was, like on a d4 with like 1 being a lefty and then the other 3 being a righty. Infection. The target contracts filth fever. That's nasty. That is nasty.
I think I found it here.
Cool. 1 second here, and we will clarify. The other one is damaged retina. The target is off target and gains a -5 penalty to perception checks until healed. Then the last one would have been muscle damage. The target moves 1 step down the dexterity poison track until healed. Okay, so go ahead and clarify for us, Augury, because it's your turn again.
So yeah, what I found is if you're stable and have enough resolve points, or you are knocked out unconscious from non-lethal damage, you can spend 1 resolve point at the beginning of your turn to regain 1 HP. If you are no longer dying immediately become conscious and take the rest of your turn as normal.
Yeah.
Okay.
How it's phrased is you spend resolve points to stabilize and stay in the fight in the same round. So it's pretty
Perfect.
clear about the threat.
I apologize about that, buddy. Why don't you...
Oh, no, that's fine.
So there's still an enemy. We're still in initiative. You're up. You're mobile. And I'll give you your last turn and this turn as well, if you'd like. Go crazy,
I'm gonna
buddy.
Double heal this.
There we go. Shuffle those cards up a little bit. Oh yeah, these are elves. Yep. Nice. So you pull out two serums, inject yourself. You feel a little better now. A little better. Do you do anything else on your turn?
That's all I can do.
Okay, Riz. Evens are off target, so you no longer feel like unbalanced. You feel like you're off targety.
Alright, we're gonna heft the Dashko and charge.
Alright. Roar! Riz says as he charges in with his Dashko. Swings it down on a 14.
It didn't tell me if it hit or missed.
Did
Oh,
it?
that's weird.
Against their CMB, that's why. That's weird.
Strange.
That misses. KAC. So he roars in, and they bring their rifle up and kind of block your hit with the rifle. However, it looks like it's damaged to the gun, and they throw it down. Hyrak, you're up. This turn, you feel flat-footed. Right? No. You're off target still.
Off target. If I can move down there, or when I move down there,
Oh,
do I have
man.
a shot? Can I shoot? It looks like I don't.
Like you can try and shoot around, you know, Riz. A 1 might be kind of nasty to Riz, along with any critical effects to you.
That's a risk I'm willing to take.
Hey, it's only a 5% shot. Let's do it.
It's a risk for someone else that I'm willing to take.
Right. Hey, that hits.
Okay. I missed, but it wasn't a 1.
Oh, that was your trick attack.
Yeah.
That still hits. Cool. So you missed, but it wasn't a 1. That brings us to them. Riz in front of them.
Next hit top, yeah.
Uh,
You don't have it.
Yeah, Tully hasn't joined. Let me just drop them from the sheet. There we go. So they drop their weapon. Riz, in your head, you hear this phrase again: "The Devourer will consume you all." And they swing this sword that they draw at you, striking you, deftly dealing 10 damage. You guys see Riz drop to the ground.
God damn it.
These hits are hard. Let's go, guys. Voss, you're up.
Alright, so now that he's on the ground, there's less of a risk of me shooting him.
I'm sick, but I'm not that sick. I'm not gonna let you target like a 1 would miss and ping away if somebody's down. I'm not a complete dick.
Alright.
Yeah, way to brightside it down, ally.
Let's see if I can get another lucky shot off on this this guy.
You fire, but even with that bipod, unfortunately, it does not make it. Riz, it is your turn. Do you stabilize, buddy?
Is the SINF or stabilize?
Yeah, it's stabilized that you'll want. Yep. The other one gives you a hit point and brings you up. Okay, Hyrak, you're up.
Okay, I'm gonna try it again. $24, does that work for
Yep.
her? I forgot they added 2, but it hits in.
For CAC, that hits.
He's still healthy.
He
He's
is
so
still
healthy.
healthy. I will apply that on their turn.
Look at
That's
all
how I've
that
been trying
health.
to do it. Or should they be instant speed? What do you think? Okay. So that 2 damage. Augury. Riz is on the ground, but seems to be breathing normally. So what do you do?
I'm gonna double my
No.
move here, and I'm gonna hunker down
They're under
against
leveled. They need
this
this.
wall right outside of where the combat's happening. That'll be my turn.
All right. So. Okay. What's this creature's intelligence here? Alright, so this one will laugh and reach down. They'll sheathe their sword, reach down and pick up their rifle, and aim it down the hallway. Hyrak, you're up. Hold on. Okay, you're good.
Trigger attack. I crit my trick attack.
That makes it for sure. There you go, that hits. This shot dealing 9 damage. Woo!
Oh yeah.
That, okay, cool.
You're now looking wounded. Voss, it's your turn. You are up.
Alright,
You
let's keep this
feel-
going.
Hold on, before you attack. You are no longer flat-footed. You feel off target this round. You're up.
Oh. That's not what I want. I'll try anyway. We're making progress here.
That shot
Damn it.
rings out even with without that -2. Unfortunately, still would have missed. Riz, you are stable. However, you awaken to a dart in the chest. Luckily for you, and you are healed for 5 damage via viewers from the Packed Worlds. So you can add that. You're conscious, awake. What do you do?
Going to. So, this guy thinks I'm dead, right?
I mean, if you're not moving, they're going to probably assume that you're dead.
I'm going to slide a hand up and grab his ankle and hit him with Jolting Surge.
All right, so you grab his ankle, electricity wells up within you and blasts through this Sheeran, this insectoid. Go ahead and roll that damage. Oh, you should really fix... Well, I should. I'll pull the effects off of you, because you hit that even with a -6, by the way. There you go. Okay, 11 damage. They are not looking great, but they are... Do you do anything else on your turn, Riz?
I'll just stand back up if that's still possible.
It's a percentage back on what you get, or what you put in. Okay, you'll step back?
No, just stand up, because
Oh.
I stayed prone for that attack specific.
Okay, so that'll use your movement. You'll stand up. They have to drop their rifle again and draw their sword out, Riz. And they swing it at you, standing in front of them, and hit, unfortunately. He did. He hit you for... They hit you for 5 damage. He did, it just I dropped him again. Give him another one. It's not his turn, unfortunately. I can give that to him next turn. Augury, you're up. Riz has fallen again.
Is there... Can I fit, like, right in here, since I'm small?
You're
or
a tiny
no?
creature. You can, like, climb over Riz's body. You're not tiny, you're small, but... This is your story. You can do anything you want to do, within reason, buddy.
Okay. I see Riz fall and kind of use his body as, like, a springboard and try to jam my cutlass into him.
He has to use a stabilize to resolve, but... Or a resolve to stabilize, but I'll give him the action surge and everything on the next turn. All right, so that hits, dealing 6 damage. Voss, you are up. No, he didn't get either of those. It was after his turn that you started buffing him, so it's coming up after this beastie's next
There's
turn
like a
if they
big mess in
survive.
front of me now. I don't think there's a clear shot.
Well, I'm short. And
Just don't roll a
assuming
1.
we'll
Could be a
just
bad
grab-
day. But I'll give those
Right.
to him.
Yeah, I'm back to being strong.
If they kill this guy this turn, which is entirely plausible,
I
I'll
can
double
use my
potion it.
move action to reload my gun.
If that's fair. That cool?
Is that how that works?
Yeah, it's a move action to reload.
Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna do that and then I'm gonna take a shot. Gosh dang it. Nope.
So you fire and you miss, unfortunately. Hyrak, you're up.
Trick attack.
Trick attack. Fires off. That's a hit for the trick attack portion. That's a hit for the damage portion. Roll that damage. Hell yeah. Nice.
Oh, wow.
Damage. 13 damage as you kill this creature. And then, as this creature falls to the ground, you receive 2 more darts, Riz. If you use your resolve point to stabilize, the darts can give you healing. You take 10 healing from these darts. You have a lovely viewer in the Pact Worlds either trying to keep you alive or keep themselves alive. Who knows? Well, you guys are no longer in combat.
I'll just turn and graciously bow to the camera.
Are you not entertained?
I'll do my best to keep them entertained.
I'm definitely gonna need a rest after that one.
Yeah, I'm almost out of his stamina. It's pretty rough.
Yeah, these all were kind of interesting fellows. People now inside the jungle. What fresh hells are there?
Now,
Sure, there's
let's
a lot of
talk.
stuff that wants to kill it.
I'm
Let's
going
talk.
to use 2 med darts while they're talking.
And while the whole time while you guys are moving around, like you're feeling wobbly, you're feeling kind of weakened as the effect goes between the 2 different effects.
Alright, so
Good. I liked it too. That was good. If there was inspiration, I'd
we
hook
should
him up.
probably search all these people, huh?
Mhm.
Oh,
Somebody say
well,
something about taking a short rest. I just got my ass beat quite literally.
Yeah. We can take a short rest.
Alright.
guys,
You'll be taking that blanket to bed.
Oh.
I like you guys. You guys are great players. Every single one of you is here early, for the most part of the time. Like, you know, I mean, everybody's here on time at least, but like, there are people here that are very early. So this will be the time where I cut you some slack and give you guys the last warning that I should delete everything in the party sheet. If I come in there and there's like 400 credits worth of ammunition in the party sheet, I should delete that because you guys need to pull that out. Okay? Like rifles
Fair
and
enough.
shit. And I will bring
I
it
thought
up
was
next
what-
time.
What we didn't want.
Yeah, I thought that was all stuff we didn't take from Tarhalu Point.
So yeah, you should delete that.
Cool, that's my bad. I look like a dick now. Sorry, guys. I
No,
apologize.
you said a fact. You
Yeah.
said I should delete everything in that list.
Yep.
You were right.
You're
Well,
right.
sure.
You got me. You got me. Well, I got myself. Wow, I feel kind of like an asshole. So, you guys find on these two that were in the room proper. There's like a makeshift couple beds. It looked like the one was sleeping when you shot him, Hyrak. But on them, you find. Let me adjust the number of grenades. They used one of those.
Wait, he was sleeping when he got shot?
Yeah, I was sleeping
Oh
when
my
Hyrak
God.
initiated combat.
Oh.
So you guys find each of them had pretty much standard gear. They had a couple scatter guns. They had Lashunta ringwear armor and Defiant long swords, as well as a couple weeks rations each and some scattergun rounds.
Oh, we better start taking these grenades. We definitely want those.
Definitely. So I don't know if we ever answered this question specifically. Can I take other armor and siphon battery from it to my armor?
No, but you could put other armor on.
I guess I
Yeah, whoever's got the bad set of armor, definitely take those to the.
could. Yeah, if I can carry it, yeah, it's heavy.
It's heavy armor is the one problem. If you're not proficient
I
in
don't-
heavy armor, it will jack you up.
That's true
And,
too.
like, can I travel in it just as long as I don't have to fight?
You can, but you will probably need to redistribute because it affects your carry weight too. It doesn't, like, we'll have to look this up, and I had this happen in my other game. We'll have to manually calculate it, but you can do that. But it does. Why don't you look up the rules for, like, when you're not proficient in heavy armor and wearing it, so we know what penalties, like, would apply.
Okay.
Riz and Augury. Are you guys looking through this sniper's body, or are you just leaving it?
I'm looking through it for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, everything.
Oh, yeah.
I
If
am
it's not
going.
nailed down, I want to see it.
Okay, so, firstly, there's a credit stick that you find. There's a couple credits on the other guys, too. We'll distribute that shortly. So, you find the dueling sword that they had. Okay. There was 3 weeks worth of field rations. A shear and eye rifle. Sniper rifle. Which is pretty sweet. A couple serums of healing. And as well as the armor they're wearing is Kasathan Microcord, which is light armor. They have a personal comm unit, Riz. So it's not a full data pad, but those do sometimes contain data.
The magical serums are just Mark 1s.
Yeah, before you guys grab those, let me fix that. There you go. Magic items by default are not identified, I guess.
I assume, Voss, you want to take a look at the sniper?
You could take a peek at it.
I don't know if Hyrak likes snipers or not. He seems to be a
Yeah.
pistol kind of.
I
Yeah.
could use it, but it's not fitting my playstyle, so it should go to him first.
I'm taking that dueling sword.
Give me a willpower saving throw, Augury. 15. 15. You heard it here first, ladies and gents.
Oof.
15. So you reach for it, and as you do, you lean down, and this comm unit is still in the air, and you're like hearing there's something coming through, and immediately you're taken back, right, to this time when you were a lot younger, and you see this circular cage all around you, and there's several creatures in the ring. These creatures surrounded by darkness and smoke, and for a good several minutes, you're fighting them again, right? Until Riz notices. Riz, do you do anything when you so, like, at this time, like, after probably 30, 40 seconds, you probably notice Augury is, like, got a hold of this sword, but he's just, like, staring and just completely dazed.
I'll just shake him and ask him if he's good.
Do I even recognize that, or do I just keep shadow boxing?
No, like, when he shakes you, like, that kind of brings you out of it.
Oh. I don't know Don't know what it is, but I don't know if I want the sword anymore.
It's the comm unit.
And for the
sir.
creds, can you just disperse those out? Thank you. And what type of armor was he wearing?
Kasathan microcord light armor. Somebody grabbed it. Looks like.
Gotcha. I'll pick up the comms unit. See if there's anything I can do with it.
So it's playing something when you pick
Alright.
it up.
I'll try to listen in and see what it says.
The way this is described is weird and kind of changed my perception of comm units a little bit. So it's got some small video feed on it. You pick it up, and as you bring it up and like start trying to fiddle with it, this feed, and you just kind of make out like this kind of weird circular wire thing before the screen goes blank, and you're gonna have to fiddle with it, you know, seriously to get into it. Go ahead and give me a computer's check.
One second.
Hey, nice. So you get into it. First thing you see are several logged communications with another unit. It just says to Unit 5, and their updates basically. So you're looking and you see like the most recent one says spotted in the courtyard, engaging now, and then you see like a little farther back that says Charlotte was sacrificed so that the Kasark would watch the trail. And then farther back it says riled up a herd of beasts. I think they might have gotten trampled in the mess. And then you flip through it a little more, and there is like an extensive number of like recorded Eoxian reality programming on here. So it looks like she brought stuff to watch on her long haul. Eoxian reality is notoriously just violent blood sport.
I'll give that to Augury at this point. So here you go. So this is the guy that started the stampede. The one that was shooting at us.
What an asshole.
The one that we're on right now.
Well, I don't think you were
thanks.
present
Sorry.
for the actual stampede. I think I was carrying you most of the time.
Yeah.
Oh, there is one. There's one called Cultist Aftermath. Let's go ahead and flip that over.
And then it said Charlotte was sacrificed?
Charla
Oh, Charlotte.
was,
I mean-
you would probably guess, like, the only other person you've seen is that one that was, like, near that beast that was shooting darts at you guys. Oh, no. You wouldn't have seen that. You didn't see that, Riz. I don't know if they told you about it, but there was a body after they killed that one beast in the jungle just before coming here.
I'm gonna use this healing serum as well.
Alright. And does it direct back? Is it like communication with anybody specific? Does it say the guy that we're going at?
It just says Unit 5. And all of the communications are addressed to that. There seems to be like some formality, like the U is capitalized every time, and it's like to Unit 5, and then they give the report.
Alright. Should we move on and finish scoping the place out?
Let's do it.
No, I also looked at the rules for armor proficiency. The only thing I see is a -4 penalty to armor class.
Okay. Cool. I thought it impacted the carry weight. Turns out it doesn't. Man, I am terrible. I need to just reread the rule book.
It could, but just not like it could have it all fragmented the downsides, but they don't really do that in this book. The book is pretty well put.
You know, I'll trust that. Okay. So you guys move up. Now there's stairs that branch off of this before leading into a little ways up to another room at the top of the stairs. Which way do you guys go?
At the top of the stairs, is it end into a door? Like, what do we
Yeah,
see?
it's like an open, like from down the stairs you don't really see, but it looks like an open room. You'd be pretty safe to guess that the room ahead of you is up in the stairs, and then with the way the arm extends upward, these steeper stairs that lead upward probably extend up to up into the arm of the building statue thing.
Somebody
Where
want
you
to
wanna
stay?
go, Riz?
Somebody want to stay at the base, and I'll go to the top and just peek over the steps,
Yeah, I'll check
Mhm.
this.
or the stealthy guy can go peek over the top of the step.
Don't push me.
I mean, I could pick you up and throw you.
That's even worse. Why would I want that?
Yeah, make the rat do it.
Okay, I'll do the stealth up.
So Ratman sneaks up, Hyrax sneaks up. You peer into this room, and this domed room has tons of open skylights. The air is fresh and flowing here, and the skylights extend down to about chest height. Perfect place to shoot at a plaza from. A ring of slime mold forms a misshapen circular pattern on the floor. Yeah, he is Swive.
What's going on with that?
She looks like she's blowing bubbles.
So this monument was crafted laying down, like it's supposed to be laying down.
Most definitely. Yeah.
Okay.
You could give me if you want to try and figure out more. Give me a physical science check.
I would
We'll
love
do
to, but I
aid.
can't.
Okay.
I got you.
I don't know about that.
Okay. So as
Oh, hell.
you take a little bit of time to think about this room and what you know. You speak Elven, don't you? Right?
Don't even remember where.
It's on the notes tab. Anyway, I was just curious. So firstly, you're kind of contemplating this building, and you realize this first room, the stuff on the walls depicting these people bathing, there's some sort of ritual significance here, right? In this building, and not participating fully in some ritual is what's caused you guys to feel so off, because you guys still feel really really off. You'll be walking up steps and miss a step. A couple of you have almost face planted a few times. Now you're looking on the floor as well, Riz, where this mold is, and you realize it's in some sort of engraving on the floor, but you're not really able to tell more just by looking.
And the engraving's not readable through the mold.
No, you'd have to clear it out of the way.
Hey, Augury, you want to go eat that mold for me?
Gross.
Look at
Is what kind
It's
of
just a
infection
little
could that
chunk.
be?
Just a little chunk.
It's like green slime mold, so it's really wet, moist mold. Looks like slime.
It'd be like the gruel were served back in the day in the blood.
Mm.
Good old days, you remember?
Mm. I'm gonna pick it up and kind of let it sift through like the 3 hands on my right hand side.
It has the consistency of gack.
Yeah. Close enough. And I'm just gonna throw it in my mouth and swallow it without trying to taste.
Oh, gross. Give me a fortitude saving throw. So the part that you've picked up and cleared, by the way, you look down and you see that there's a star in this section. Right? I'm trying not to puke.
Okay, how long would it safely take for us to like kick and push the mold?
Like 5-10 minutes, just a couple minutes.
All right, I'll do the work to get it clear so I can try to read what it says.
So there's this. You take the time and there's this perfectly symmetrical circle of 12 stars on the floor, right? And around it, there's carvings that also that have like a ton of stars. It looks like it's arranged in words and letters. It's this writing that you found on the drift rock. So you're not really able to make out what it is, but it's like going in a circular pattern around this carving of stars. There's nothing in the middle though.
And nothing happens if you like touch the star or...
No, like you've been digging around, like stumbling over, into the circle and stuff, and there's no effect at all. It seems to be, ritualistic or ornamental.
I mean, I don't see anything that would be of value or use.
No, there's nothing useful in this room besides that. It seemed like these people all packed light, kept everything on them, and then this room is empty besides, the mold and crap.
All right, back to the other set of steps.
Where's Pete?
He's hanging out, running around. He was eating the mold while you guys were cleaning. Most of it's gone by now.
Good old Pete.
So he's like sitting in the corner rubbing his belly. He doesn't feel great. Who's going up these other steps first?
Not me.
Okay, Hyrak goes up these steps. After a while, they get steeper and steeper, and eventually ends in a 60-foot series of like ladder handholds that ascend to the upraised palm of this being's hand.
Handhold.
You can move up the ladder if you want with an athletics check.
Yeah,
Okay. So you climb. Some of these are crumbling, but you get to the top, and it has a pretty great vantage over the entire plaza here.
Is there anything remarkable about this palm?
It looks like there may have been something around the edges of like the circular platform long ago, but it looks like it has long ago rotted off. There's room for several people to stand up here though, but nothing else remarkable.
So it's really more like an observational platform than anything.
100%. That's the feeling a Hyrak gets, is that this is an observational platform.
Sniper nest.
Do we need a long rest? Might, if we have this observation platform, it might be good to watch out for bad. You see it coming from a long way away, and then guard the approach from inside like this.
Yeah. Do you need to regain resolve?
Yeah. Wounded folks, do you need...
Don't think we've traveled long enough into the day to do that. Think we have more time to go forward.
Okay.
Fair enough.
I'm jumping down. Getting down.
So let's use this moment here, because we're halfway through. Let's go ahead and take our 10, and we will come back and see what you guys get up to next.
Alright.
All right, ladies and
Oh,
gents,
no.
quick 10-minute break. We'll be right back with you. Just getting up to stretch, get some water, bio, and all that stuff. So hang out, and we'll be right back with the action. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming. I hope you guys are having a blast, and we will be getting right back to it. Make sure that timer's working. It's not. There we go. Now the timer's working. Awesome.
It's kind of a weak point, I think, of fantasy of this engine that we're using. The
Yeah, I could see that too. Because like it would be nice. I mean, if there's so much else automated, like why can't that be checked? I also think, I mean, I can see why they didn't put it in there because how often do you really need that in this game? I don't know. I guess we'll see. I like it though. I like impacting you guys weirdly with with odd stuff.
Oh, I want to take as many of the field rations as we need and redistribute them, so we don't have to mess around with what's in our inventory. Just stock up our packs.
Yep, everything that's still in here when you guys move out of this structure is invalid. So grab it. Well, everything you want. If you can carry things, stuff can be sold, possibly.
Yeah. Well, I can't edit the number, so I'm just taking it as read. That I pass it out on it. Or
I could change numbers of stuff if you need me to. Just speak up.
just change it to 2 if you don't mind. One for everybody,
Okay.
or I guess one. So all you can have.
Just put everything on Ali. He'll be right back, Neil. On Talia.
Why don't we give Pete the scatter gun? Let's see what he can make with it.
Do we want to trust him with that?
So you're arming Pete. Like, do you give him rounds? Like he takes. So here's how this works. Hyrak, you hand Pete the scattergun, and Pete says, "Oh wow, is this mine? Can I shoot? Can I shoot people?"
If you do a really good job tuning that up, I'll give you some ammo. Wait, show me what you got.
Well, I need something else to work with here.
You know, we're on an adventure. Maybe we'll find something.
What is this heavy armor? Can you scrap pieces from this stuff? No one's picking up.
Some sort of aggressive arming mechanism.
I want to try something here.
I picked up the ammo.
Oh wow, that's kind of neat. Okay, so I can assign items to you guys. Let me try this. You guys can remove the. Are you guys taking the Lashunta ringwear or what?
I can't really carry much more stuff, so I'm being very selective.
And I already have Lashunta ringwear too, so.
Okay, I'm gonna try this and see something. Yep. Nice. Okay. You guys can delete those. If you guys want to call items, I can. It looks like I can assign them out with a click of a button, and it'll dump them into your inventory.
What did you put in the ringwear?
Yeah, the Lashunta ringwear 1 I put in your inventory. And Hyrak, I also put an extra field ration when I was testing that in your inventory.
Okay. Because now I'm overweight.
Yeah, you want to delete that ringwear. You could just remove it entirely if nobody's taking it. I was just trying to test and see if I could pass out, if there was 2 of an item, if I could give it to 2 players, and it would split.
That's cool.
Damn, that thing is heavy.
Right?
It's a twofer.
This sells for 415 creds, though.
Yeah. We need like a pack mule so we can carry more loot to sell.
Talia.
Yeah, just pile it on there.
To be over encumbered, just like 7 miles behind us.
Yeah, debuffs don't matter when you're not attacking.
Oh man, we could bury this. We could bury this stuff or put it somewhere and get it on the way back.
Get a
Yeah, they're nice to
a
Pete
map set up
sometimes.
with
Sorry
an
I didn't
X
see that.
on the-
Yeah.
You could, but it only.
So Pete has that last scatter gun.
Yeah, I'm leaving it in the thing and I won't delete it because Pete has it. I'll build a sheet for Pete after the game.
A sheet for Pete.
Sheet
A
for
Pete
Pete.
sheet.
A Pete sheet, yep.
Petey sheety.
And we're gonna say, let me get a peek at that Pete sheet.
Yo, Pete, give me a peek at that sheet.
Okay, is there anything else we need to do in the lake while we're in her?
Well, glad part of that cut off. So
Don't
potions
think
will
so.
really only apply if they're damaged. There's
I think we're
only...
good.
Let me look at them to see how damaged they are.
Now that we've killed our ambushers,
Yeah.
our stampeders.
Really, everybody but Og is doing
Well,
okay.
we know somebody
They
is trying
heal
to
up
kill
after
us.
fights. Like, they're very
Yeah,
cognizant of
generally
that.
it's true. At any given time.
Right.
Unit 5, whoever that may be. But we should head out.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
15 on this roll. Nobody notices
We should
these two
indeed.
critters. They make their way
Full
through
charge.
the plaza. We'll say they're hanging out over here. There we go.
We need our guidance. Our GPS are up here.
Okay. Do we have to do a new one, or I thought we're like midday travel?
So why don't you guys? So as you guys are moving out of the plaza here, what order are you guys moving out from between the two legs? What's your marching order?
Yeah, I'll be in the front again. I'm assuming that rule of Pathfinder.
As we are.
So as you step forward, and like out from between the two legs, Hyrac. Let me see here. How to do this. A dart fires and fires in your direction from nearby. And it does hit you. So you take... Everybody roll for initiative. As Hyrac takes 6 damage. Give me... There's a check here.
I'm very surprised by this, apparently.
We all just ran out from between these feet. And let me make these guys visible. The check is Fortitude save, by the way. Cool beans. Okay. Riz, you're the first to react. Well, let me roll NPC initiatives here. Sorry.
Oh, it's critters.
Hey, that works out. Riz, you're the first to react after this dart fires off in Hyrac's direction.
Yeah, we're gonna full on charge.
Riz has
You recognize the... Well, no, Riz, you don't recognize this. Hyrac, you do. You fought one
Riz
of
has
these
the
before.
unconscious, prone, and stable.
I'll fix
status.
that. Thanks for calling that out. I'll remove all your guys' status effects here. Everybody, especially the one saying Augury's stable. We all know that's bullshit.
Yeah.
Okay, Riz, you're up. Full on charge. You swing. Does an 18 hit? Let us look. I am going to assume it probably does. Yep. Go ahead and roll that. What does that affect when it hits? Do you do damage? Yes, damage.
Yep.
5 damage at this creature as it roars, spittle flying and sizzling around you where the spittle lands, flying out between its tentacles. Augury, you're up next. Okay, everybody has full stamina right now.
I'm gonna
Augury's down 6 hit points
double
total,
my
but
move
full
here.
stamina.
I'm gonna get
He
behind
runs
Riz.
up behind.
Tell my guys
Riz.
back.
Boss? Augury takes off at the sign of this dart and Riz running out. What do you do?
I'm going to move so that I can actually... Oh wait, this is difficult terrain, isn't it?
Yeah, it should be. Sorry, guys. I will give you the. I haven't penalized the other two, so I guess the bricks in a diagonal line towards this guy are fairly even and not difficult in this area. The rest of the area is definitely very difficult terrain.
Is this critter that on the right in cover?
He would have partial cover from you.
Of course. I want to prepare an action so that if that thing comes out, can I do that? If it comes out of cover, I want to...
Yes, if then logic is great. If it comes out of cover, you will fire. Take note: prepared actions happen before the thing that triggers them. So if they're like gonna attack someone, your stuff happens first. So
Okay.
you just move and prepare. Hyrak, you're up. So this thing fires a
Trick
dart,
attack.
hits you. You respond by trick attacking at it. Crit, guys, so I can pull some more cards. I believe in your rolls. I believe in you.
Okay.
Just like you
should I
want
give
me
him-
to.
Should I give him partial cover?
From there, I would give him partial cover, yeah, because like they were kind of hugged up against these things, hiding, hoping you guys would rest.
And does that do it?
Let's look with this critter. No.
Wow. Okay.
Oh yeah. So that hits. So compared to the other one that you guys encountered, which seemed kind of fat and happy on its like prey, these two are kind of withered and a little bit skinny, right? It is the other one's turn. So this other one, Voss, it steps out.
All right,
And
I'm shooting.
Voss's shot rings out as it rears back to fire a dart.
Oh no!
Oh man, Voss. Okay.
Wow, wow, wow.
I honestly don't know if I'm picking the right ones for these. There's weird symbols. You guys tell me how you would interpret these symbols. One looks like a blast, like a fire blast type thing, on these critical cards. So I'm interpreting that to maybe be the ranged one, right? So then there's one that is a sword. I'm interpreting that to be melee, because like in this case it's bloody knuckles. The fire blast one is called feedback, by the way. And then there's a lightning strike that says boomerang boom. And then there's an extreme sonic, which looks kind of like a sight almost, that says incredibly loud. You tell me too. What do you think? I don't.
Yeah, that's completely odd to.
Yeah.
What's the name of this set? This cards?
Starfinder critical hit deck. Like I could show you guys a picture. I wish it, and it doesn't explain on them which one is. So like I'm thinking, so one of them's got to be spell, but I'm thinking like looking at this one, the fire thing might be spell damage because it's feedback. And then Boomerang Boom and Extreme Sonic almost seem like EAC or KAC. Oh wait, no, here it is. It has them labeled in really tiny writing. It's green on red. I'm not able to see it. Give me a second. I need more light. Okay, it has them split out. It looks like energy, kinetic, spell, and then melee is at the bottom. The sword is kinetic.
You cut out again, man.
So these are split out to where, here's how it is. The fire thing is energy. The sword is kinetic. What the hell? The lightning is boomerang, and the sight, the thing that looks like a red dot sight, is an extreme melee blow.
Yeah.
That does not make any sense to me at all.
No.
Okay, so what kind of weapon is this? Sorry for holding things up, trying to figure that
hunting
out.
rifle, so
Kinetic. So, first one is feedback. That'll be number 1. You move 2 steps down the Constitution poison track for 1d4 minutes. Number 2 is can't believe just son of a gun. Number 2 is can't believe what just happened. You can't take a reaction for 1d4 rounds. Hey, that's not so bad. Number 3 is need new strategy. You can't make an attack of the same type, melee or ranged, as the fumbled attack for 1d3 rounds. And number 4, I hope my insurance covers this. Apply the wound critical hit to yourself. Roll on table 711, wounding weapons, and suffer the listed effect. Fortitude negates.
Oh boy. So am I rolling a 1d4?
Yep. Hey, number 2. Can't believe what just happened. That's not bad at all. You can't take a reaction for 4 rounds.
Okay, that sounds reasonable.
Think you need to retire your hunting rifle, bro. Ancient indeed.
Here, I'll show you. Sorry, let me see how this looks on the stream.
I'm
get
rolling
more
below
light.
5 a lot today.
Yeah.
Yeah. You are. So that brings us to critter number 2, who is on their turn. Fires a dart in the direction of Augury. Misses. Brings us to Hyrak. Hyrak, you are up. Okay. I need to open my channel so I can actually kind of see this on a bigger screen before I show this to you. Give me one sec. There we go.
Okay. I think I can move there safely and get move in with no cover, and it's gonna be.
So that's kind of what they look like.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Yep, that does it. I know that's hard to see. I apologize. It's the best I could do on stream. Those are kind of cool.
Shear off 8 damage of skin.
8 damage. Hey, it worked. Seemed to have done some damage. Augury, you're up. What are you doing over there? You got Riz's back, right?
I'm gonna try to slip in and attack with that cutlass.
Don't forget to drink your water, guys. It's important. Knock it back. Everybody needs to hydrate. That's going to hit. You swing with that curved cutlass, dealing 9 damage. Nice. Carbon fiber is reliable. This critter now turns towards you, just having struck at it, right? And kind of like gurgles at you with its tentacles as it like kind of slaps them all over your face. It's like son of a gun. Misses. Just like the, what was that? Something queen. Fusion queen.
Oh, yeah.
There you go. Voss, you're up.
I'm shooting this thing again. I'm not gonna. I hope I don't miss. Jesus Christ.
You, unfortunately, Voss. Terrible night. Terrible night for Voss. He's quite shaken from being in this holy place. And
Except for that one big crit.
yeah, that was a pretty nice crit. Number 2 turns. 2 shots being fired at it. Rears up, fires another shot, but this time in Voss's direction, and misses. Riz, you're up.
Critical miss.
Critical miss. They're not named, so they don't get to roll cool or pull cool cards, though.
We're gonna swing the Dashko.
I dropped my couple of these cards. I need to just build these into fantasy grounds, but
Is Fantasy Grounds just broken for me?
I think it is just broken for you, weirdly. There's some other issues on some other sheets that I've noticed, so I may take the time to try and rebuild some sheets in between sessions and see if I can get things working a little better. But a 12 against KAC. You're rolling like a combat maneuver, I think. Like, where are you clicking?
I'm
How are you
moving my
attacking?
melee +5, like I've
Okay.
always done.
Okay, on the main tab of your sheet or on the actions tab?
On the actions tab.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I'll try working on those sheets that are needing some work. Anyway, 12 on that versus KAC. That's a miss. All right.
I didn't know if it was a hit or miss.
Nope, that's a miss.
Alright.
Whoop. Brings us to high rack, top of round 3.
Almost got skipped. Okay. I'm gonna jump over, try to get some cover going on, and do another trick attack.
Okay. Nice. Nice. So that trick attack goes off. That shot hits, and this critter takes 7 damage from you. He's not looking too well, guys. Riz, you're up next. He is trying to
Hey,
eat
we're gonna
Augury's face as you're swinging at him.
We're gonna shake off the last miss and swing at him again.
So you swing, you hit. Can this kill it? He's not looking too well. But unfortunately, he may live to fight yet another day. Voss, you're next to react. I need to change the music up.
I'm
Sorry,
shooting.
guys. Sorry.
The other one, as always.
I'm gonna send you back to training.
Yeah, I think I need to go back.
So you shoot. Unfortunately, Voss, you miss.
I literally, the only time I've rolled above 10 this session is that one crit.
It responds by, this time, again, firing a dart in your direction, Voss. Some people were sick last time, weren't they? There was...
Me and this thing are exchanging
There is.
terrible rolls.
Yeah, he rolls terribly, too.
We're just missing each other over and over again.
Cool beans. Well, let's see if number 1 can get the meal in that he so desperately desires as he's chewing some more on Augury's face. This time, he does hit. Hits Augury for 13 damage and something else. Hold on. So as he latches on Riz, you see him start. He starts kind of actually sucking on Augury, and you see several more You see several more blue legs sprout out of this creature underneath of it and reach down to the ground, and its skin is now turning blue. And that'll bring us to the top, or to Augury. Augury, it's your turn.
I'm gonna try to take my curved blade and shove it in between the tentacles and that connects to the body while yelling at Boss. Hey, you might want to check on Pete. He could probably use some help.
All right. So you run this one through. This one dies, and those legs kind of shrivel up, but they are kicking a little bit. Riz, you are the next to react. What do you do?
We're gonna use the charge, the gore, and hit him with the dot.
Run with that gore. Swing and a miss. Unfortunately, you run that gore. You're kind of just figuring that out, so you're still not quite that great at it. Augury, you're up. Guys, remember this is difficult terrain. I've been forgetting this.
The gore is 80 feet.
Oh, nice. Okay, so you're good there.
And I'm gonna run up the backside of Riz and kind of use him as cover. Let him know I got his back.
Okay. Voss,
Try it again.
you can do it. You can do it. The gods believe in you, Voss.
No!
But unfortunately, it was just Torag, and as we know, he doesn't exist anymore. Hyrak, you're up.
From this angle, would you say that he has cover from me?
Well, you tell me. I mean, he's kind of like half out. I'd say probably. Is there like a before partial? No. No.
I should read those resources.
I can show. I've got a whole write-up about cover for you. I'll hook you guys up.
The first one, I didn't do that. So
That makes it. Oh, yeah, the first one makes it too. Yeah. Is that your attack? Like, is your trick attack the same as your attack?
no.
Okay.
Plus it, yeah.
I was gonna
What's
say.
it do? Anyway, the first one hit.
Okay, cool. You fire off 2 shots. Make sure you add the ammo back, right? That you shot off.
Thank you. I don't know what it's doing. Like, it's not going to. If I double click, it doubles. If I single click, it does nothing. I don't know why it's doing it. So we have to remove some damage.
2
We have
damage,
to
right?
remove 4 damage. Because it did extra on the attack and on the sneak. Yeah, I
So,
yeah.
okay, so it took 8 damage, right?
Took 6.
Okay, cool. Done deal.
Thank you.
It's like a charge. You get penalties afterwards. Alright. So number 2, Turd's looking at this creature that just gored it and reaches out with these tentacles. Latches on to Riz. Dealing 11 damage, and then it sprouts 2 horns and rears up as if to charge. Hyrak, you're up.
Okay, I'm gonna move over some more. And, yeah.
I'm not sure why it's doing that, but we'll take the first of each roll.
It's doing it by click and drag, too.
Weird. It says, hold on, you're doing, where are you dragging this from?
It's because you have yourself selected.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's a mess of fucking rolls, dude.
What just happened?
I rolled 2, don't worry about it. The trick attack
Okay.
makes it, okay? Just the trick attack makes it. There we go. Cool. You attack in, you deal 6 damage. Hey, that applied good too. It was applying
Also,
weird
looks like
last
I've been
time.
damaging myself.
You may also be damaging, yeah.
I'll take that away.
Okay, perfect. Riz, you're up.
I'm gonna try to drive this Dashko into this damn thing's stomach.
So you swing underhanded with this Dashko, hitting it in its rather empty stomach, dealing 4 damage.
Come on.
Oh, terrible on damage, but you're hitting at least, right? Augury?
That's all I got.
So I have my paws full with my shadow change and my curved blade, and I'm gonna use my open hands and kind of grab onto Riz's knees and launch myself forward at this creature. Attack my third blade.
So you fly through the air, you
Uh.
swing, and you miss.
Do I roll a 6 for the card?
No, hold on. You'll roll a d4 because that's less that I have to read out. So this would be... okay. Hold on. Oh, I thought those looked really neat. That was the critical hit deck. Hold on one sec, sorry. I'll get these built into the game soon enough. There's 53 cards in each deck with 4 effects per card that I gotta build into tables. It's not gonna be fun. Okay, number 1. Weird. That one won't work. That's a grenade thing. Extreme melee. Hand it over. You are successfully disarmed by the target. It is as if it had succeeded on a disarm combat maneuver against you. Target disarms you. The number 2 is... That doesn't work because your weapon is not... Weird. You gain the bleeding condition. It's called Gusher.
Oh. So
Uh,
the first one was a disarm, the second
Yep.
one's a bleed.
Yep, to you. Extreme piercing, you run yourself through
Oh.
for weapon damage. And number 4, that's not gonna apply because it's acid. There we go. Fling. Your weapon flies 3d4 squares in a random direction. Roll a d4. So Augury swings in. This creature like hits him with one of the tentacles, and with you guys see with a shout, Augury runs himself through. Go ahead and roll damage on yourself. Was that 3 damage? I don't know what that was. Oh, that was the d4. Okay, so you take 11 damage. I'm going to take that away from the Kasark, and that goes to you.
Oh shoot, sorry, my
Yep.
bad.
No worries. So that's... There we go. Perfect. And that is Kasark turn.
I just added the damage to myself as well.
Perfect. It now is kind of confused about who to hit. Odds are Riz, evens are odd. And it reaches its tentacles out, this time at Augury. Ooh, nice. Biting Augury. So it's got horns, right, from Riz. And now it's sprouting additional legs. As Augury takes 13 damage. Boss, you're up.
Alright. So I can only move half speed, right? So I'm gonna move
Yes.
up as far as I can. And on Augury, I'm going to use Inspiring Boost. So Envoy Improvisation. I'm
Okay.
gonna tell him, don't worry about this common jungle riffraff. You can easily defeat this beast.
I love it.
And then you can restore 10 stamina points. So twice my envoy level plus my charisma mod.
Nice.
Thank God.
And that's my...
Pyrat,
Oop,
Riz, you're up.
Yeah, we're gonna try to do some more Gensu.
Alright, you swing, however, it's pretty latched onto Augury, so you miss as it's like flinging around. Hyrak, you're up.
I don't do it. And a miss.
You unfortunately miss. Boss, what an inspiring last turn. It is your turn again, so soon.
Yep. Let's see, what do I get? Alright, so I want to try and taunt this thing with my dispiriting taunt envoy improvisation. So the I have to make an intimidation roll, and the DC is either 10 plus the opponent's intimidate skill bonus if they have it, or 15 plus 1.5 their CR, whichever is higher.
Okay. You have a 21 DC.
Alright, so 24.
Cool. That makes it.
Alright, so what happens here is that the sorry, I had to pull this whole thing up here. So it succeeded, so the enemy is shaken until the end of my next turn.
Coming right up. Boom. So you like yell at it, and he's like kind of scared of you now.
Yeah, I'm
He's
shouting
shaking.
at it, waving my gun at. Oh,
Shake-
as I'm approaching, I want to step a little. Alright.
It's a -2 penalty to ability checks, attack rolls, saving throws, and skill checks. Augury, you're up. Did you get your stamina and HP sorted? Looks like. Cool. Awesome.
And Og's pretty frustrated at this point, so he's gonna
Whew.
full attack this thing.
Og's a hurting unit. Let's see if they can do it. Oh, unfortunately, like Og goes hog wild and he's swinging hard, but he misses. This creature turns to Riz now and decides to snack on him again. I'll potion him next turn for you. Hits Riz, doing 15 damage. And these horns like get more and more accurate. One even looks like it's sprouting something that looks similar to your cybernetic implants, but it's organic. Hyrak, you're up.
Alright. Sneak attack.
I'm trying to spread this out here.
Crit him. Crit him.
Come on, you could do it. Crit him. Oh!
Hey, 3 damage is 3 damage.
3 damage is 3 damage. It's not recording all of it, though.
Interesting.
Now, I did have a question. Since I have multiple like weapons equipped, when I do a full attack, can I do like attack with 2 separate weapons, or does it have to be the same one?
Read the definition of full attack
Full attack.
before your turn and tell me the answer to that. Jesus, calm yourself. Holy cow. Holy cow. Yeah, wait a minute. I get you. I got you. Okay, odds. Augury evens or Riz as this thing decides who to bite at next. Augury, it turns its sucking tentacles back to you. It wants another snack. It hits. Augury, it deals 29 damage. You are unconscious and dying. Riz, on your turn, this camera drone hits you with 2 darts. You are healed for 3 damage. And you have a second action. You're up.
Alright, I'll just kind of flex, smile at the camera, and we're gonna swing with the Dashko.
Love it. Yeah. That first
And
one misses.
We're gonna try that one again.
Oh, calm down. Calm down. Jesus. Jesus. Second one misses. Unfortunately, man, this thing is tough to hit. It's got pretty thick hide on it. But maybe Voss can hit it with something. Voss, you also have an action surge. Someone believes in you guys a
An
lot.
action surge?
Yep.
That means 2
That's-
actions?
you got 2 actions. Yep.
Alright. Can I use one of those actions to, like, take a second move action?
Yes.
Right. So I'm
And
gonna
you can full attack with 2 different weapons.
Cool. There's your answer. Welcome, Stormblood.
Well, I'm debating if I, because with 2 move actions, I can run up and stab you with a serum to get you back up, or I could attack it.
I'll be up soon. Don't worry.
So, yeah, so I'll continue moving towards as much as I can, and then I'm gonna drop the hunting rifle, take out the 0 rifle.
Hold on. I'm
Frostbite
gonna.
rifle. And
Sorry to interrupt you. I want to make sure that you guys are all clear with what you're doing, right? All agree? And just because I know this is a crunchy rule set and I don't think we've encountered this before, maybe we have. Augur, you have 0 hit points. At the beginning of your turn, do you die, or is it the end of your turn if you don't have any assistance?
For dying, I believe it's end of turn, right? I'll double check.
It's if you have no resolve points left.
Which he doesn't.
oh,
Yeah.
then I do need to heal.
Oh, you know what? The short rest did not return. Oh no, not we didn't take a long rest.
Yeah, we didn't take a long one.
Yep. So you have to heal him.
No, you have 1 round. Okay. If you have 0 resolve points, this is the caveat that I was thinking was there, and I wanted to just make sure. So it seems like you can do as
Yeah,
planned.
so I am going to run up adjacent with him. Use the action surge for another move across the difficult terrain, and then I'm going to take a level 2 healing serum and stab him with.
Perfect. Roll those die.
So the level 2 is
1 sec.
3d8.
Hold on.
You
He's
want me
got
to
1
roll?
coming. Yeah, you roll those d8, and then I've got, it looks like, 2 more. They want to save the Skittermander for some reason.
11.
Plus 9. Healed for 20 hit points. Augury. So you basically wake to Voss, like, sticking a couple of these in your chest and this thing firing a couple darts in your direction.
You sure he's not sticky with adrenaline right now? 'Cause that's what I'm
Right?
going
It's
through
pretty
now.
much like 10 doses of like Narcan or something, right? So did that use both of your actions, Voss? Or do you
Yeah,
still
'cause
have...
I had to use the action surge to be able to get here.
Okay. Augury, you are up. You're conscious. Let me remove these. You're prone, so you can stand. And you also have an action surge coming your way as well.
I will stand and then attack.
Okay? Jesus, guys. You swing this carbon steel blade the first time and you miss. You can swing another one.
Yep.
Oh, he's already got an action surge that Spike bought him. Oh, the miss. Boss, you're up. Now nobody
Okay.
has any, so
We're,
everybody's clear.
Chad. But
So I've literally bought a round for
We're
everyone there.
dropping
Whew.
the hunting rifle on the ground as gently as I can, pulling my knife from my belt, and I'm gonna try and stab this. Ah, come
Oh.
on! It was a good roll too.
Oh. Goodness. I'm sorry, but yeah, this thing is tough to hit. Augury, you're up again.
I'm starting
For
to
the
get
house.
into a blind rage here.
From the house would mean I bought it, and I don't do that. There
Hell
we
yeah.
go. So, let's pull this card here. Extreme Melee. Gutted. Crit effect. This attack gains the entangled weapon special property, and the target is fatigued until healed. Fatigued is big, guys. Face Crush. The target takes a -5 penalty to charisma checks and charisma-based skill checks until healed. That's a fire one. Electricity. Some of these extreme blows are... You gotta kind of page through a little bit. That's a sonic one. Eye patch for you. Target takes a -4 penalty to perception checks and ranged attacks until healed. There's a cold damage. Or Mega Smash. Triple weapon damage. Target is knocked prone. Roll a d4. Hope it's a 4. You're up. Do it. 3. So you run him through in the eye. Go ahead and roll that crit damage. Still get those double weapon damage in. That would have been 5 times weapon damage is probably what I would have went with there. Because I just stacked these on top of everything. So 15 damage, and it takes a -4 penalty to perception checks and range attacks because you ran his eye through. Hyrak, you are up.
I would have done what, fucking 45 damage?
Yeah, it would have been nasty. Whew. Possibility of 50 damage total. 5d10. Plus 4. But you also have him bleeding for 1d6. That's not going to make it, Hyrak.
And then
That kills it.
I get away with my opportunistic vulture strike.
That trick attack drops him like a log. Alright, so we're out of combat. And here is like a perfect place to say, you guys are now level 4.
Yeah.
And then some. You perhaps may have needed to be level 4 a while ago. Like several combat encounters ago. Because I had forgot to add some XP. So good job. I remembered that and did not balance. So you guys did phenomenal. It was a rough couple encounters this session, but you guys wrecked face as usual.
With the help from chat.
I was gonna say our benefactor.
Yeah.
Wrecked face.
You guys had a patron that did buy a round of action surges there for everyone. Got a lot of help there, so that was pretty great. Love to see that interaction with the party, getting you guys squared away. But I figured it means that it's 10. We could go ahead and level up here, and pick up from here next session after we've leveled up.
Cool.
Alright, cool.
So you guys, my viewers, thank you so much for coming. We're going to be hanging out and leveling
All
up
you
here
do is
for a
have to
little
change
bit.
the level, right?
Yeah, so what you do is you'll open up the class button on the right-hand side. If you don't have that, click the data button, toggle the classes thing, and then you'll click and drag your class onto your character sheet, and then it'll say, like, Operative, 4, Technomancer 4. And then you see it automatically adjusts your maximum stamina and your hit points. And then if you pop over to the skills tab, it assigns your ranks out. I think there's something weird going on with the game. So, like, you guys assign these out and stuff appropriately, but Hyrak has spoken to me about issues. Riz seems to be having some problems. I may try and rebuild the game entirely. We'll see. Okay, coming right up. Give me a second there. Let's get some of that Gmoth goodness. Is the only Gmoth the Gmoth lobby stuff? There you go, Augury. So each of you can assign your ranks out. Max rank is now 4. And then you guys all may get some sort of abilities and whatnot.
You broke out there at the end, man.
You all may get some sort of abilities and whatnot too.
Yeah, I have to check that out.
Let's take a look here. Technomancer get
So-
anything at that level? Go ahead, sorry.
I was just gonna say, for mine, we're gonna have to remember to apply it all the time. I can actually, how we misunderstood it originally, where they'd be flat-footed or off kilter, that actually happens now. If I get,
Okay, I can show you how to apply that. Like, you can handle that. And when you apply it, you can remove it as needed as well.
Do not get any feats at level 4.
Oh, level 4 looks like kind of a boring level, huh?
Yep.
I get a feat.
Oh, you do. Nice, nice. Okay. Everybody's base attack bonus went up, I think, by 1, and probably your saves went up by 1.
Oh, hell yeah, I got that +5.
Hey, never split the party. Guys, how are you doing tonight? Thank you so much for dropping in, checking us out. Kind of at the tail end of our session, winding down, doing some leveling up here after they just finished the Stargazer stuff. Man, I really appreciate the raid. Thank you guys so much for coming. I appreciate that love so much, man. It's pretty incredible to see you guys here. I am a huge fan.
Choose a new
Was
improvisation.
listening to you guys while I was knocking out some work earlier today. So it's pretty cool to see you here. Thank you so much for the support. So let's take a look here. Envoy at level 4. You get an improvisation there, Voss.
Yep. Yeah, I'm looking through them.
So how was your guys'
They
session
seem to
tonight?
be. I gave up on attacking in that combat because I couldn't hit anything, so I just started using ability.
Hey man, that's what they're there for. Those, you know, that
Yeah.
that stamina boost that you tossed to Augury. I mean, that saved him tonight.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys were really pushing it. It was a tough session. Riz and Augury both dropped multiple times as they do, but everything worked out.
They'd use that inspiring boost more, but there's just that kind of like a time
Okay.
window for it because you
Okay.
have they have to have been damaged since your last.
Okay, I see.
But that's a really good ability.
I was looking at that's like a, if I'm recalling, that's like a party games type
I
thing,
think I'm
right?
gonna take powered
Jackbox?
armor.
Ooh, powered armor training, huh?
I think I need all the prerequisites.
Okay, okay,
It's 15,
okay.
Yep. Attack bonus.
He did,
+5,
Storm, he did.
Proficiency in light and heavy armor. I'm gonna be grabbing powered armor and proficiency.
Nice, nice. Thank you so much for that that follow awesomeness, dude. It is so awesome for you to follow, and you make me feel awesome. Thanks for checking in, and I hope to see you guys, you know, again and again. We love doing this. It is just such a blast to see everyone here. Yeah, that powered armor is pretty cool. Kind of expensive, or
Oh yeah, it's gonna be hella expensive. but
yeah.
The armor I have right now is worth
Hey,
about
positivity
3,000
is
creds, so I'm hoping I can
something I try for.
flip it.
what does it give you? Like absurd AC or attack or what?
The power armor or the stuff that I have on?
Power armor.
Hey, thank you so
I
much,
believe it's
Steviathan. I
less
love
negative
that name.
effects for armor. Really, is what it comes down to.
Try not to talk over my guys here, but thank you so much for that follow. I appreciate your support, man. You guys are why I come do this. You know, as long as one of you guys is entertained, my night is made. Well, I looked. I saw it was a little odd, so I had to double check and try. How about Operative? What does Operative get at level 5?
4?
4, sorry. Oh,
I
you get
did-
that debilitating part, right?
Yeah, and of either a exploit or a feat, depending on how I go. So
Okay.
I'll either do like quick disguise or I'll get a combat feat.
Oh, I'm certain. I've listened to quite, a ton of podcasts because that's about all I do all day while I'm working, trying to listen and be better. And at higher levels, those things they're nasty. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be good times.
Oh, so this round is actually interesting for me. I get 2 spells of second level.
Ooh, so more spell slots. I was hoping because I saw you didn't get anything, and I was like, oh man, they do such a good job in this playset of like at least giving you something every level. It really surprised me to see that. So the dashes in your level up thing must be kind of probably times where you're getting more spell slots. Okay, yep.
Yeah, pretty much. That's right.
Yep, when you unlock basically a new tier of spell slots, you don't get any. That's your class benefit for the level. Cool. You got any idea about the level 2 spells you're thinking about taking?
No clue, man.
That's all right. I know those, and the improvisation. Like I know those aren't something that it's easy to just come up with and spring on you. So you guys will definitely have till next session to think on that, figure that out.
Yeah, I now have 34 HP and 40 SP. That's
Nice.
insane.
Right? You get beefy. That soldier gets beefy quickly.
And especially with if I can find power armor and afford it.
What? Let's look here. It's a ton of SP, isn't it, Swive? I'm trying to look for some powered armor.
There's a bunch in the armory. Prices from 2K all the way up to fucking 904,000. Oh my god. UAC bonus plus 5, KAC bonus plus 2.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the speed adjustment is a little rough when you're in it, in like some of that lower stuff, like the cargo lifter I'm looking, but probably cargo lifter
But
wouldn't
it
be.
It has an upgrade slot and 3 weapon slots. So
Oh, nice. So it's legit, like mech stuff almost.
yeah. I'm gonna be a little fucking tank.
So, here's my question. If Augury gets powered armor, because armor, usually get fitted towards the race, does this powered armor bring him up to, like, everybody else's level? Or is it, like, a little, like, tanked out, tiny, Skittermander mech?
I was thinking a little Skittermander mech.
I love
what
it.
I was
Okay,
picturing,
cool.
so- He likes his size.
Cool. Well, you'll have to save your bucks, and maybe the next, the next science outpost you reach might have some powered armor for sale.
Nah, I hope so. I mean, I only got about 2K credits, but I'm sure I can sell some garbage and get there.
In our case, Steviathan, it's the Envoy that was just
I
having
wanna be
terrible
fucking-
rolls tonight.
Was that Count Dooku?
Okay. Okay.
7 fucking swords just spinning around.
I like it.
There you go. There you go.
And then you can toss me and Rizwan just spinning swords at him.
he fires his gun. That's what he was doing. He did his improvisation once, and it did help. But yeah, he was just trying to fire the hunting rifle off. It was good times.
Yeah, that session went by super fast for me. I don't know.
It did. I was having a blast, guys. It was a really fun one to run. I had a conundrum because I realized the days thing messed. I was trying to track the days properly, and the marching thing got the extra 3 hours you guys were doing threw me off a little bit, and so that kind of contributed to me not having you guys at a proper level. And then I was like, how do we balance with so few enemies and like very specific abilities? And I was like, have faith. That's how you balance for that. And you guys did phenomenal there. Phenomenal.
And thank you guys for healing my ass. I was afraid I was gonna die in this session.
Yeah, I'm glad I had the action surge.
Yeah.
Didn't we go through that last time where we didn't get you in time? We found out about the like next turn rule. Like you were warned one turn.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I think it was when the Garrick Call was fighting, or something. It might have been last time. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I mean, Augur is pretty fucking reckless, so I'm trying to figure out ways to not lean on you guys for support when I fucking die, but...
I can't remember if I read there were upgrades, like cyborg upgrades for self-heal or something like that. If there is, that might be... I might be making that up.
Oh, they're hella expensive though.
Okay.
You're talking like 100k creds.
And I don't know if I could even get that because I'm technically not a cyborg.
Not yet.
Well, yeah, but you could get cybernetic implants.
That's true. That's true.
You just don't have a soul. You're like a ginger.
Oh shit! Look at this.
Well, you got like a shard of a soul, I guess. We got a Skittermander Boar-Eye Soldier, which is an interesting character concept. And then a Noir.
Beard, so I do have the ginger gene in me, it's just not fully blown.
Oh, I can't copy the spell effect.
We have a Noir.
Man, there's so many good fucking feats.
Technomancer.
I can pick up a spell called Augury.
What? What does it do?
Casting Augury can tell whether a particular action will bring good or bad results for you in the immediate future. Casting the spell takes intense personal focus and requires a result.
Yeah, augury is a synonym for omen, so that makes sense.
So that's kind of interesting because you guys are getting at the level where that's going to start happening, and it looks like later on as you guys get more resolve points and stuff, they're not just used to like bring you back. They are used for abilities and things like that, which is kind of cool and makes them a little deeper.
Okay, well I gotta run, guys. I appreciate it, and it was insanely fun, like always.
All right.
Yep.
Well, thank you everyone for coming. I appreciate that raid at the tail end. Your support means so much for everybody coming
I
in.
went
I hope
ahead and grabbed Watch
you all
Out.
had a decent time, at least hanging out for a little bit. Thanks for the chat and whatnot. I appreciate you guys so much. Don't forget to check out our sponsor of Heroes Wanted, Devon Knight, at immortalknights.com. Fantastic maker of tokens. I use his stuff in my games all the time. And yeah, just thanks for coming. I hope to see you guys again. Have a good evening, and remember, be kind to yourselves and each other.